This is Tony Jennings with a live report. I am here with the head coach of the Houston Texans coming off another victory in Game of the Week. Coach, how are you feeling right now? It's 2 victories in a row, 2 solid Game of the Weeks. How's the atmosphere in the locker room? And how is C.J. Stroud handling his newfound success?
Going on, Tony Jennings? Well, actually, we only had one game of the week. This game of the week was our first game of the week. Last week, we were supposed to have game of the week with the Jags, but one of the co-commissioners gave me some insight, and it was actually 49ers versus the Giants. But I feel good. We got the victory. We started out a little slow, putting up only 3 points in the first quarter. Says a lot about his defense, how I was able to stop me from doing what I want to do. C.J. Stroud was a little bit depressed after the game. He spoke with us, and he wanted more points on the board. So we lost a little bit as far as his morale. But overall, we got the team win, and that's what matters as we get ready to play a lot of these upcoming divisional opponents. So I feel real good.
Now, this definitely notches another victory over in the AFC conference. Are there any more tough opponents coming down the line on the schedule of the Houston Texans? Any games that you have circled?
Great question. We have the Falcons next as we try not to look beyond the first game. But the game circle, we definitely have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mob, one of the best players in the league, and also Jackal, former Super Bowl champion. That'll give us a great test to kind of see how far we're going to go beyond this season, because I do feel like we are a playoff team, but I don't know how far we can actually go. So I'm definitely interested into those games and seeing how we match up with those guys, as we know they playoff caliber.
Very interesting response. So in back-to-back games, how do you feel about your defense? How's your defense playing? Are they able to create turnovers? Are they keeping opponents under 200 yards, passing under 100 yards rushing? How is that defense over there faring with the Houston Texans?
Honestly, the defense is they played better this game. Defense prior, when we played against the Jaguars, we gave up too many points. Trevor Lawrence had a field day. We gave up over 40 points. He just completely destroyed our secondary. This game, it was a little bit different. My defense held him to 0 points in the first quarter. Overall, we held him to a little under 200 yards passing. He was 11 for 27. Kenny Pickett threw 2 interceptions. So overall, the defense played very good this week, and I think that's going to help us as far as the momentum moving forward.
So with the newly found success of the Houston Texans, offensively and defensively, they've been on a roll. So is it safe to say that you guys are punching your 2023 playoff ticket for the AFC?
Great question. Without a doubt, I do feel like we punching our way into that AFC run. Should C.J. Stroud been more comfortable? Wide receiver like Curtis Samuel that I got from the Commanders, he went out with an injury, but when he get back, along with the wide receivers we have right now, I don't see no reason why we shouldn't make the playoffs. But, we'll see. I know it's a long season ahead of us, but I do like what I'm seeing as far as this young team. And, I'm definitely impressed with this football team. So, yes, I do think we on the verge of punching our ticket into that AFC division. And not only that, but trying to get that first round bye.
That is astounding. Well, are there any closing remarks that you have for the league, maybe for your next opponent? Anything you would like to add? to the closing of this interview.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank you a lot, Tony Jennings. You always come through when I need you, and because of that, I do the same for you. I'm definitely, as I said before, want to shout out your YouTube channel. Keep doing your thing. But as far as final thoughts, man, I'm looking at that week 5 already, because I like to look early. Shout out to the co-commissioner, Mike. He been helping me as well, but I might have to bring some things to his attention because the Bears, although he was game of the week for the first week, but he getting ready to play those Commanders, and the Commanders haven't had a chance to have a game of the week yet. I like to also give other guys a chance, and I think that's going to be a good game. 49ers and Cowboys going to be a good game. Two great opponents. That could be game of the week. I think the Vikings and the Chiefs could be game of the week. Yeah, I'm just looking at those matchups. As far as final things I like to say, man, hey, get your popcorn ready, man, because the Texans is slowly finding their identity. I went into this year thinking that we wasn't going to have a successful year, but my team proved me wrong because we 3-1. So I think the sky's the limit right now for this team. We have made some trades. I got to also give credit to the front office because we did make some trades to make this happen. We put some pieces around C.J. Stroud to make this happen. And so far, they've been taking advantage of that. And we'll look forward to Flybaby, the Atlanta Falcons owner. He just better get his popcorn ready because, as I said before, our goal is to dominate every week and try to get in this postseason. And we'll see what happens from there. Anything can happen once you get to the playoffs. But that's my final thoughts. As I said before, shout out to Young Manning. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to Tony Jennings. I hope to kind of do some more work with you. Maybe we can kind of like double up on some of these interviews and kind of give our thoughts together. But until next time, thanks once again. I appreciate everybody that has been participating in the league. Good luck to everybody that's voting as far as games of the week. As I said before, at the end of the year, you will receive your incentive. So until next time, peace. Wait a minute. I want to first give some respect to some of these opponents, man. I realize like the Giants, Bandito, OhSnap, the Steelers, guys that lose and then they immediately respond to the post-game interviews. That just says a lot about those guys, and it takes a lot to be, mad or disappointed in a game and then go and join the press conference. It reminds me a lot of the guys that talk about, I'm just here because I don't want to get fined. Guys that don't want to really be a part of the press conference, but they have to do it in the NFL because that's how they get paid. In this league, everybody's playing for free pretty much. Of course, you get incentives by what you do as far as getting to the Super Bowl, games of the week, best draft, all of those things. But these guys ain't getting paid to answer these questions. And the fact that they actually doing that after a loss, I just want to give respect to those guys, man. And it's not just those guys. It's more of those guys out there. OJ/me and Mike. But I'm really talking about guys that lose and can still show up to meetings, show up to press conferences, show up to the media. Just want you guys to know Stephen A. Smith definitely appreciate you. Until next time. Finally, peace.